MusiConnection, Connecticut's original music forum.
This time on MusiConnection, up close with Hilly Michaels.
I'm Victor Serino from Musicians Monthly Magazine. We're here tonight at MusiConnection to spend a little time with Warner Brothers recording artist Hilly Michaels.
Well, Victor, I'm going to try to capsulize 28 years of being a musician in 1 minute. I'm going to try anyways. When I was 13, I picked up the drums and started playing with Michael Bolton. Michael is from the area, and we went out to California. This was with Michael Bolton and his brother Orrin and a couple of other local guys in this town. And I ended up doing a lot of recording as a drummer, and I started getting a nice reputation out there. After spending a couple of years out there doing this and that, and Pat Boone and Christian rock albums, I moved back to New York City during the early 70s, and I met up with this woman, Cherry Vanilla. She was an Andy Warhol superstar. Bright red hair, fascinating person, very talented as well. And after meeting her, I just ran into all kinds of crazy people, lots of interesting people in New York, including Mick Ronson, who unfortunately passed away, and it's a great loss for us all. Anybody who knows, who's familiar with David Bowie, the Spiders from Mars, Mick Ronson was the guitar player for David, and he was also one of my dearest friends. And I was playing with Mick for a while, and doing lots of sessions in New York with John Cougar, Ellen Foley, and Dan Hartman, and
Mott the Hoople with Ian Hunter, Cyndi Lauper, and Rolling Stones guitarist Ronnie Wood.
Yeah, every time you forget something, have somebody off stage, off camera
Come
with
out,
you.
come on.
go ahead. If I get stuck with me. There we go. Now we're getting on some like Madonna 90s shit. I'm sorry, once again. Somewhere back in the early 80s, I signed a recording contract with Warner Brothers for a couple of albums, and having just recently returned from Europe, I was touring with this fellow Dan Hartman, and I brought back all these comic books from Germany, full of Mickey Mouse and Goofy and all that kind of stuff. Having completed my first record for Warner's, it was time to do the video. I thought it would be nice to come across as a kind of like a half-human, half-cartoon kind of figure. A new artist would normally get about $30,000 to $40,000 to shoot a video. So it was my job to talk the record company, Warner Brothers, into doing a full animated video of the song. And it's a very lengthy process, and it involves taking shooting the subject with a motor-driven camera, cutting out each frame and putting it against a background, and cameras suspended from the ceiling. Ralph Bakshi did Lord of the Rings, and I wanted that kind of animation, but it's something like $1 million a minute, so I had to settle for something called pixelation and some other kind of weird film process. I don't know too much about that stuff, but I knew what I wanted. And I wanted an animated video doing Calling All Girls, and what we're about to see is the result of about 6 weeks of work. Maestro.
I got lots of money, I got lots of time, bought myself a penthouse, filled it up with bubbly wine. Bought a helicopter, yeah, I got a lot. You should see the caddy parked out on my favorite guy. I've got everything that my money can buy, but I'm so unhappy and now I know why. There's only one treasure in all of the world I never could buy, so I'm calling all. I got motorcycles, one for every day, hotels in Miami, paintings now on public display. Bought a house in London, one in Tokyo, oil wells in Texas, real estate in New Mexico. I've got everything that my money can buy, but I'm so unhappy and now I know why. There's only one treasure in all of the world I never could buy, so I'm calling. There's so many ways that I can spend my money, and girls are the reason tonight. I'm calling all girls, I'm calling all girls. I'm calling all girls, I'm calling all girls. Treasure in all of the world I never could buy, so I'm calling all. I'm calling all girls, I'm calling all girls. I'm calling all girls, I'm calling all girls. I'm calling all girls, I'm calling all girls. I'm calling all girls, I'm calling all girls.
Liza Minnelli was my manager's sister-in-law. My manager is Jake Hooker, and he was married to Lorna Luft. Those who don't know who Lorna Luft is, you all remember Judy Garland, Wizard of Oz? Well, Judy had 2 daughters and a son, Lorna, Liza, and Jimmy. For the song, one of my songs on the album, I had written a part that required somebody to sing the national anthem, but I changed the words. And originally I wanted Ethel Merman, and she was supposed to say, "And the rocket's great glare, when he dreamed I was there, gave proof through the night that his chances were good." Ethel couldn't do it, so my manager called up his sister-in-law, Liza, and she was more than happy to come down to the studio and put on her 100% Liza voice, and I'm sure you'll be able to pick her out. She's the only girl on there. Also in this video, just a bit of trivia, the jukebox that you're going to see is the largest jukebox in the world. Oh boy. And I'm sitting up in the jukebox, and there's smoke pouring in my face, and I think the second verse, if you watch carefully, you'll see me choke on all this wonderful smoke. Now, Shake It and Dance doesn't have any animation in it. However, we had to construct 2 pair of shoes, a men's pair and a women's pair of shoes. And the men's pair of shoes tried to catch the women's pair of shoes parading through San Francisco. Now, the shoes were about 15 feet long, and they were made out of foam rubber, and there was some aluminum bars in there, and men would jump inside these shoes and lift them and run. And it was kind of very crazy, as you'll see. And the song is pretty self-explanatory. She shakes it and she dances.
You hear the band, you hear the band, you hear the music and let go of my hand. You know you're driving me crazy, well baby you can't sit still. I take you out and always blow all I got, just to get me a moment alone with you. I wanna show you I love you, but never can get the chance. You don't want to sit in the back of the movies, you don't want to drive to Lover's Lane. Whenever you are free, you go out with me, all you wanna do. Shake it and dance, shake it and dance, shake it and dance, dance, dance all night. You wanna keep moving, you gotta keep grooving. My baby, she likes to.
We gotta keep dancing, dance all night. We gotta keep dancing, dance all night.
And when you're dancing, it's like nobody else, and you are shaking your body for all to see. You're driving everyone crazy. You should see what you do to them. Shake it and dance, shake it and dance, shake it and dance, dance, dance all night. You wanna keep moving, you gotta keep grooving. I never can get too close to you. Shake it and dance, shake it and dance, shake it and dance the night away. Yes I know, yeah I know, yeah I know. My baby, she likes to dance. My baby, she likes to.
We gotta keep dancing, dance all night. We gotta keep dancing, dance all night. Dance, 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 dance.
Shake it and dance, shake it and dance, shake it and dance, dance, dance all night. You wanna keep moving, you gotta keep grooving. I never can get too close to you. Shake it and dance.
Yes, this next video was recorded live in Miami about 2.5 years ago, and it was recorded at Ronnie Wood's club in Miami called Woody's. Now we have one in New York. He has a couple. Anyways, in this video, it was 2 nights, and Ronnie Wood was playing guitar, and for you music buffs, I don't know if you remember Harvey Mandel, a great blues guitar player. He was playing guitar, and Jerry Jamont, the very famous Motown bassist, was joining us, and Bobby Keys from the Stones was playing saxophone. Now, I was with a group down in Jamaica, and I got a phone call from Ronnie Wood's management asking me to fly to Miami and do a very impromptu jam with Don Covey. And Don wrote some incredible songs like Sookie Sookie Sue, Chain of Fools, Have Mercy, and he was our singer for that night. And I was very honored to and very excited to do this. Actually, I had met Ronnie and the other Stones during the 80s when I was recording an album with Marianne Faithfull in New York City. And we would be finishing up, and the Stones would be walking in, so we would be hanging out, and they'd play us theirs, we'd play them what we had been doing, and that's how the following video came about. Pretty amazing thing. For me. I don't know about for you.
Okay, we're gonna do.
Yeah, I want Don to do somebody been sleeping in my other house. Go ahead.